ask you a question. Are you a service provider that also wants to sell digital products in your business, but you don't know where to begin and you don't know exactly how to keep your overhead cost lower because you're uncertain about how this new digital path will go moving forward? Well, hit the like button because I am about to showcase and share how to keep your overhead on the more leaner side of things as you dip your toes into offering digital products and digital services for your business. I want you to hit that like button or comment, digital products are on my wish list, Dolly. Okay, well, maybe not comment in all caps, but comment below and let me know if creating digital products is something on your wish list or to-do list this year, but you just don't know how to take the baby steps, or you are uncertain about how much extra money it's actually going to cost you. So that's why I created this video. I created this video to showcase how to keep your overhead cost more lean, especially as you dip your toes into creating digital products while you are a service-based business owner. So keep this in mind. It costs money to run a business. So this video isn't just going to be about all the hacks and how to do all the things for free. I wish we could do all the things for free, but running a business, it does take money to run a business. But I am trying to come at it with a really pretty realistic perspective and give you some ideas on where to begin, especially if you are brand new to offering digital products. So in this scenario, I am going to share thoughts on how to have an overhead. Now, keep in mind, for an overhead for the digital product side of your business. So how to keep it $3,000 under for the full year. Not $3,000 a month, but $3,000 for the full year for like all of these apps and tools and platforms I'm about to share with you. So that way it's a very doable, manageable, and it's feasible for you to take that next step. I'm pretty raw and real when it comes to sharing and showcasing the financial side of running both a service-based business and a digital business. I do both. I wear both hats. So let's dive in. The first point I'm going to make is a little hot and spicy take, and people might bite my head off for saying this, but I'm just going to say it anyways. You can sell digital products without having to invest in a teaching platform. And so when I say a teaching platform, I'm talking like Podia or Kajabi or Thrivecart Learn or Thinkific. Those are all really great platforms, and that's how that's where your digital products and your courses can live and be housed. Those are really great. But if you are on the leaner side of things, if you are wanting to save some overhead and also you're still taking baby steps into figuring out, hey, do I want to offer digital products? Is this the right path for me in my service? Then I would say you don't have to have a house or an online house, an online hub for all of your digital products and courses. You can still deliver your courses in free ways. And so I'm going to share some of these free ways with you. Now, you still need to have some sort of cart checkout system like Stripe or PayPal, or even your CRM platform. Like, I know Dubsado can do this, but you need a way for your students, the people who decide to purchase an online course for you or an online product from you, they still need a way to pay you. So if I was starting from scratch this year, I would probably deliver my digital product or my online course through my email marketing software. I know, hot, spicy take. Okay, so many things boil up for me. Like, even I'm sure there's somebody watching this and they're like, but Dolly, yes, the big but of it's not pretty, it's not organized in a way that it would be on a platform like Kajabi or Thrivecart or Thinkific. but it still is organized through your email service provider, in that you could deliver the modules or the lessons through a sequence of events. And when a student purchases, before they actually purchase from you, of course, you would let them know, hey, by the way, this course is going to be delivered via video format in emails. And so that way they knew ahead of time to look out for certain emails. And you can even organize the emails by the titles and let them know, hey, this is lesson 1. Hey, this is lesson 2. And so that would be a free, like technically a free way. You'd still be paying for the email service provider, but the course itself would be embedded in the email, and that way your student is still consuming, they're still learning, they're still going from point A to point B, and they're still getting the most out of your product. And so I've actually taken courses that have been delivered via email marketing platforms, and it was fine. I was fine. I survived. Everyone survived, and I still experienced transformation. I still won at the end. And so, yeah, it wasn't in a pretty bow on an actual learning platform, but I still experienced transformation. I hinted at this a little, but another really creative way to deliver your digital products is through a CRM platform such as Dubsado. I know that Dubsado, its capabilities are, I believe, are endless. I love Dubsado, but originally Dubsado is supposed to be your client relationship management tool. So if you're a service provider, this means you're sending your invoices, your questionnaires, your workflows, your invoices, everything lives within Dubsado so that your client one-to-one work or your group program work can be very streamlined. However, did you know that you can also deliver digital products via Dubsado? There is a way to set that up. So that's another really creative way to use your CRM platform like Dubsado to deliver your digital products, your courses, without having to have it live on an actual teaching platform. Okay, so now you probably are wondering, well, what about videos, Dolly? What about the video component? So I would consider either investing in Vimeo or Loom. And those two programs allow your recordings to be housed within their platforms, within their apps, however you want to phrase it. But you will need to have some sort of capability to either record lessons of yourself or take screen recordings. I don't know what type of digital product you're planning on delivering, but if there is some sort of video component of you explaining a lesson to a student, I would highly recommend starting out really easily with your camera phone. Everybody has a phone nowadays, and you can easily have better audio equipment that you can get off of Amazon, and you can record on your camera phone and then upload it to iMovie. iMovie is a free video software editing tool that you can utilize, especially if you have a MacBook. And that way you have a free editing software tool, you're recording on your phone, and then you can host that video, that lesson, either on Loom or Vimeo. Now, let me just add this to note. It would be very wise and smart to be forward thinking, and anything you record for a digital product or a mini course that you are wanting to do, be sure to have that backed up on a hard drive. So maybe a hard drive is something that you invest in that can be under $100, and that way anything that you record, yes, it's being housed on either Vimeo or Loom, and then as a backup, you back up those videos there, because what if later on down the line you decide to invest in a teaching platform and you decide you're looking for those videos and you didn't back them up. So instead of saving yourself the heartache of re-recording everything or just being stressed out, make sure you have a backup of all your videos. of your lessons. And so that way, later on down the line, you can integrate it onto a new teaching platform. So have a hard drive. The third thing I want you to consider is an email marketing provider or an email service provider. Now, I would recommend looking into Flowdesk. Flowdesk is my email marketing service provider of choice. And the reason why I love Flowdesk is, well, so many reasons, but the top two reasons is this. Visually, they're so beautiful, and okay, I have more than two reasons. The second reason, it's very intuitive to use. So if you are brand new to building out your email list, to email marketing in general, they are very intuitive. They have free lessons for you to consume and to learn and to grow in email marketing. And third, they don't penalize you for growing out your email list. And this is what I mean by, that's kind of a negative word, but I'm just going to say that anyways. There are great email marketing providers, email service providers, but the more you grow out your list, the more they charge you for that growth. And to me, shouldn't you be that just seems like a penalty for growing. And so the great thing about Flowdesk, which I love, is you can have as many subscribers as possible on that platform, and they won't charge you for different tiers, which is incredible. That's one of a kind in my mind. And so from day one of incorporating digital products and mini courses, if you decide to incorporate a second stream of income, I would recommend really focusing in on your email list growth. Now really, you should be focusing on email marketing from day one of your business, regardless if you have digital products or an online presence. For your business, you really need an email list regardless. So yeah, starting from day one, I would use my overhead to invest in a great email marketing platform like Flowdesk. Okay, another reason why I would invest very specifically in Flowdesk as my email marketing platform is because they also now have the capability to have a cart checkout system, which is great. So if you are, which you are, you're watching this video, if you're interested in selling digital products, you can now integrate it seamlessly with your email marketing platform like Flowdesk. So a person gets on your list from checking out, from your cart checkout system, all the way to delivery of the product. Flowdesk can help you out seamlessly, and I love it. This is especially great if your digital products are download templates or PDFs or ebooks. If that's what you're planning on selling, you're wanting to dip your toes into these type of digital products, these are really easy deliverables, and it can all be done within Flowdesk. And there's no other programs that you'll need, especially if there's no video component. And if there is a video component, again, we spoke about using Loom or Vimeo, and you can embed that in one of your emails in Flowdesk. So you all, Flowdesk has made it so much easier for their service providers and their online educators and online business owners to make delivery sequences even better and to make delivering products even easier. The fourth thing I would definitely invest in is Canva. Now, Canva is kind of like an online graphic design tool, and it's very intuitive because I will say this, even though I am a creative-based business owner, like I am a photographer, that doesn't make me very creative, like as a designer. If you told me to design something, it would really be a joke. So I love Canva. Again, it's intuitive to use. It's like my graphic design BFF. I house my media kit and my branding kit within Canva, and I'm able to create templates and resources and PDFs and ebooks, all my social media graphics, all my social media templates, like pretty much everything, anything visual that I've created for my business, both the service side and the digital product side, I've most likely gone through the lens of using Canva for that. In Canva, there's a free version you can start off with, but I would highly recommend starting off with their pro version because you can do so many things. It has so many capabilities now, and it only gets better and better every year. Now, the fifth thing that I would invest in my overhead for the digital side of my business is a website and domain. And so I would highly recommend looking into Showit as your main website because it offers beautiful visual templates, and it's just overall, I keep on using the word intuitive. Like every single app or item I'm recommending in this video, I use the description intuitive. And because intuitive, having a very intuitive app, having a really intuitive resource, especially if you're brand new to learning something, you might be short on time, you have limited time, and you want to jump into building something out. And so having something really easy to use and consume, it's really important to me. And so I love Showit because it has great customer support. Again, it's drag and drop features, so you really don't have to worry about coding. You don't have to be a professional coder to use Showit. And it has beautiful website templates, both free and there are paid versions. So you can start off with a free template and work up from there. Another great thing about Showit is that it integrates really well with WordPress. And so I highly recommend checking out the WordPress and Showit integration because then you can start blogging, which is content marketing, which is driving more traffic and more awareness to your digital products. Another great thing about Showit is that you can also have landing pages on that are on your website that talk about your products, such as in landing pages. You can also think of those as landing pages for your lead magnets to collect those email addresses to build out your email list. You can also have sales pages that talk about, that showcase your digital products, your online courses, that lead to the cart checkout system. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do within Showit, within your website, that it will act as, I guess, your online store. Okay, the sixth thing I want to point out to you is content marketing. So you're probably like, what does this have to do with pricing? What are apps I have to consider for content marketing? So I would say, heavily focus on organic content marketing if you're dipping your toes into wanting to sell digital products or have online courses. And here's why. If you want to keep things lean, you don't need to invest like bucos and bucos of money into Meta ads and Facebook ads or whatever type of ads there are. Don't do that unless you have a really proven item that works, that people want. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You should focus heavily on organic marketing, and how you do this is, I had mentioned, through blogging, and I would also start off with having a YouTube channel. Now, you might be thinking, whoa, hold your horses, Dolly. YouTube sounds like very complicated and overly complicated and just too much to handle, and I would have to have a huge production studio and all of that stuff, and that would cost a lot of money. But actually, I would argue with you, it's very low startup cost because if you have a smartphone, you can record videos on your phone. I'm recording this video on my iPhone, and somebody who's a YouTube snob might be like, oh, obviously I can tell you're recording on your phone, but I still have quality content to share. So if you have quality content to share, and if you get a good audio equipment, a good microphone, if you have good lighting set up, you can get all of that off of Amazon. And you can also record everything, again, using your iPhone, your smartphone, and then you can edit it within iMovie for absolutely free. Let me share that with you. You can edit for free. Don't let the thought stop you of, well, I have to have a huge, I have to be Steven Spielberg to start off with YouTube. You really don't. And you just You just need to get your content out there, have quality, juicy, rich content either through blogging or through video marketing of some sort, and have a plan of action of how you're going to drive traffic through your content marketing to get to know more about your digital products. Because just because you build the digital product, that doesn't mean the people are going to come. You have to have a plan of marketing action. And that takes time and that takes work. Another reason I would start off with YouTube is because YouTube is essentially a search engine. Just like Google is a search engine, YouTube is a search engine. And it is a top ranking search engine. And so a lot of people go to YouTube or Google to search out for specific questions. So if you have an answer to someone who's looking for something very specific, wouldn't you want to show up as an answer to that person's Googled question? A really good program I would start off with is Stephanie Case's YouTube for Business Owners course. It's such a great investment, and it's a tool to showcase how you can use YouTube for business and not use YouTube to be a YouTuber. Because let me be very clear, I am not an influencer. I am not a YouTuber. I obviously, by my aesthetic and by the fact that I'm not cool and trendy, I'm not a YouTuber. Okay, the seventh thing I would invest in is called Zapier. It is a tool that can be used to talk to different programs that don't necessarily natively talk to each other. Zapier is a really, really cool tool. It's very advanced. It can be advanced, but you can use it in very simplistic and simple ways. And there is a free version to use. But I would start off with the $29 per month option because it gives you a lot of capabilities to integrate and automate a lot of different programs and tools and resources you might decide to use for this digital product side of your service-based business. So I know I shared a lot with you. I actually shared 7 different points with you, but let's actually break down the costs. I told you I would peel back the curtain of how much things, these apps, these tools, these recommendations cost, and so let's break it down now. So your cart checkout system. So again, I would recommend checking out either PayPal or Stripe, or even utilizing Dubsado as your cart checkout system. And I know that there are free versions of Stripe, there are free versions of PayPal, and especially use PayPal for business, all right? But let's just use Dubsado as an example because there was a definite price tag on Dubsado. So right now, as I'm recording this, Dubsado, like the highest tier, which I would recommend, is $400 a year. But in full transparency, I have a code to get you 20% off for the full year. So that would bring it down to $320 for the entire year. And this could not only help the service side of your business, but it could also include and help out with delivery of your digital products for your business. So that way you have a cart checkout system and a CRM platform 2-in-1. As far as your video hosting platform, again, you can decide between Vimeo or Loom. There are so many different options out there, but I found the most cost-effective one is Loom. That one is under $100 a year, specifically $96 for the full annual fee, and that way you can not only host your videos on that platform and organize them, but you can also send videos to clients and to students, and this is a great platform. I do screen recordings on Loom. I love Loom. I use Loom for everything, and so this is a really, I believe this is a really great cost for a video hosting platform. Okay, let's talk about email service provider. I had used Flowdesk as an example, and in this example I'm sharing with you, this price is both the email marketing side and also the cart checkout system. Together this normally costs $775, but guess what? I have a 50% off discount code for you to use, and that'll bring it down to $386 for the full year. which is great. And this is like literally the price that I pay for Flowdesk year after year. The next app and tool we had talked about is Canva. Now, again, this is really great for your graphic design, your consistent branding, for you to create those assets and those different tools you may need for your digital courses or your deliverables. And so Canva Pro is $120 for the full year. As far as website and blogging goes, Showit is $408 for the full year. Now this includes, that's the highest tier. That includes the blog and the Showit website. And again, if you scroll on down, I have links for the majority of these resources I'm sharing with you. Now, you'll also need a domain for your website. So I use Wix, and that's around $25 per year. I mentioned Zapier as being a tool to help integrate platforms that don't natively talk to each other. And so I would start off with the $29 a month Zapier plan. And that's around $360 per year. I forgot to mention this, but having a project management tool is really essential in keeping everything organized for the digital product side of your business. You might have a system down pat for the service side of your business, but you also should be organizing and systematizing everything for your digital products. And so if you are wanting a free version, I would look into Trello. And that is, I honestly use Trello for everything in my business, both for the service side of my business and for the digital product side of my business. And so Trello is absolutely free. Okay, I will be real and honest with you. There might be some unaccounted for expenses. So don't come at me if something miscellaneous comes up, but I will share with you that I did think of some miscellaneous expenses you might want to consider for this overhead cost. All right, so just in case you decide you do want to offer a YouTube channel, like that long form video content we spoke about for your content marketing piece, then consider the fact you might need to order a really good mic and lighting equipment for your video. Or you might even want to consider having a podcast. So what sort of mic, what sort of editing software do you want to consider? So those are normally one-time fees to start up with. And so just consider those miscellaneous expenses. Another miscellaneous expense that I strongly recommend you invest in right off the bat if you decide to sell digital products or mini courses in addition to doing your service. It's this. It's having a terms and condition contract set up. In the footer of everybody's website, it should have or link to a website terms and conditions. It just sets added layer of protection for you, the business owner. I do have a link for the legal page. She has an amazing terms and conditions for your website. And she also has a really good terms and conditions contract for digital products. So again, I have linked those out for you to check out. Okay, so not counting the miscellaneous items that we just spoke about, your total, like in this scenario, is, wait for it, I should have like a dramatic drum roll. It's $1,716, as in $1,716. And let's just throw in that one-time fee of that contract. So I did look up those contract numbers for you, and it's $750. So your total now with that one-time fee is $2,460. I think that's really good, seeing that we were aiming for $3,000 or less for the full year. In this scenario, you have around $500 and some change left. You divide that 1,716, so 1,716 divided by 12, 12 months in a year, that's around $144, $145 per month for your overhead. Again, overhead cost of incorporating digital products or mini courses in your business. I want you to know this is totally doable. This is 110% doable for you, especially if you're already an established service provider and you're already creating income for yourself, but you want to add a new stream of income to your business and you want to slowly take baby steps and dip your toes into it, and you don't want to spend so much overhead to see if it's worth it. And this is totally doable for you. This is a very realistic starting point for you. Now, I will be real with you and frank and say it does take time and it does take intention. So even though you are a service provider, you obviously know you are serving your clients one-to-one. So that takes time. So you actually have to now carve out time to create these digital products, these mini courses, this new stream of income for yourself in order to make this happen for yourself. So again, this takes intentionality and you carving out the intentional time to create these products. Yeah, and let me add, it also takes time to do some market research to see what your audience actually wants to buy from you. But that's a totally different video in it itself. If you enjoyed this video, I have created a free guide for you on how to actually get kickstarted in growing out your email list. It is my ultimate lead magnet master idea list. Try saying that several times really fast. But I shared this before and I will share it again and again and again, that growing out your email list is super essential starting from day one of starting your business. I don't care what type of business you have, you need to start an email list. And so if you feel stuck and you don't really know how to grow out your email list or what type of lead magnets to create, I've got your back with this ultimate lead magnet idea list for you. All you have to do is head on over. It's the first link in the description of this video, and that way you can start creating a lead magnet that naturally leads people to your services and to your digital products. Please do not forget to go ahead and hit that like button if this video was really helpful for you, and let me know what insights you just learned and gained. And please share this with a friend who may be on a very similar journey that you are in, or if you know they are just starting out and they need that extra boost of encouragement. I love giving encouragement to other people. I love sharing as much insight as I can, especially with systems, workflows, and SOPs to impact the back end of your business. So please share and please subscribe to this channel. Okay, so thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end. I do want to remind you that if you want daily systems, workflows, and SOP tips to apply to the back end of your business, I am on Instagram at Dolly DeLong Education. And then if you want more, I guess like juicier master classes that teach on specific systems, strategies, workflows, just all the things business systems related, you can also find me on my podcast, the Systems and Workflow Magic Podcast. New episodes drop every Monday, and I would love for you if you followed me on your favorite podcast player. Otherwise, I will see you in a brand new video next week, and thank you so much again, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!